Hi everyone. Hi beautiful people. Hello. Yeah, it's another episode of Backyard Gardening, and it's your boy Johanne here. And yeah, what can I say? I just did a little bit of recording. When I check the camera, it says, "Oh, please check your memory card." So nothing was recorded. So now it's take two. Yeah, so we're now actually in episode 4 of Backyard Gardening, episode number 3. But I just showed you guys where I got my horse manual from that I use in my garden. And today I have a bit to show you guys. So I'll probably just make 2 episodes today, episode 4 and episode 5. Um, yeah, look at it. I'm a content creator now, doing multiple videos, multiple episodes on the same day. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, let me just show you guys around quickly. Hopefully, um, yeah, I remember card wax. The sun is really out and hot, so maybe the camera is not liking the hot weather. I'm loving it. Look at me. Yeah. So one of the joys of having a backyard garden, is being able to enjoy and appreciate the weather as it comes along. And there's the birds enjoying the food. There were more of them just now there, but they flew away. Alright, so first thing first, I cut my grass yesterday, and as you can see, the bit at the back looks a lot greener than these at the top here. So one of the things I will actually just picked up I was in my gardening, that when you leave your grass and it grows tall, that when you cut it, it actually might look a bit brown, because what you're cutting actually the stem. So to get your grass really nice and green, you need to cut your grass often. So what I've done at the back, as the last time around, after I used my mower to cut the grass, I used the streamer to to cut it down even lower, because as you know, the mower doesn't really go down. Um, it only goes to a level. Yeah, but with the streamer you have more control. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Probably not today, but yeah, I'm just going to take the streamer, probably next cut, and yeah, just lower it down, so it be nice as green as in the back. Yeah, so I think doing some research. I'm always reading up about gardening, and I'm in quite a few groups on Facebook on gardening, and learn from others, probably share a little knowledge as well. Yeah, and actually in the month of May, we're just the first of actually the 2nd of June today, but in the month of May, you'd want to cut your grass at least once a week. And I guess because it's spring, and you get lots of rain, so the grass grows really quickly. So you want to try and cut your grass at least once a week. Um, in the month of May. So I think I've only cut my grass actually probably about 4 times, maybe 5 times, since I planted it last. Um, well, it was tough, since I laid the turf last, I think it was November or October. So yeah, I can do better. There's always room for improvement, and you've always got to tell yourself in life that you can do better. Even I guess even the people that are number one, whatever they do, whether it's basketball or running, probably the Usain Bolt, they tell themselves they can do better. So that's why you always have to work harder and try to do um, better. Just be in competition with yourself. To try to be better version of yourself. Really, you know. Right. So the next thing here, I've got some peppers. So I've got some. This is some sweet peppers. I've got some of the bell peppers there, and some of the long sweet peppers. And here I've got some of the some chili peppers. So I've got those in B&Q, and they were they were half price, so you know you get 6 plants for 350. I thought it was a bit of a bargain. So what I've done here, I've planted some out, but also put some in pots, you know, because they don't really take the cold weather nicely. So I'm thinking that, you know, once it starts getting cold, if they're still around, you know, I can take them inside and they're already in pots, you know, so that will be nice. Yeah, I actually can see, even though that, you know, see they started making the blossoms already. So wow, what do you know? It's cool. Here I've got some. I've put some sweet corns and some peas to hatch. I just thought it's best to probably put them out in those little trays, little pots, because if I put them into the ground, the birds will probably think it's food for them, and they'll have it, you know. So I got some plants also here, you know. I'm struggling, but I thought that, you know, maybe, oh well, I probably will, probably at the time I'll probably get a little what do you call it, like greenhouse, or even some garden shells, so I can stock them outside, because you know I don't really like them on the wall, the way they are. And I guess if they're in a little greenhouse, yeah, they'll be all nice, and then, you know, I can manage them more easily. You know, I can, you know, hatch my plants more easily. I guess they will not going to struggle as much. Yeah. So yeah. So one of the things I just want to tell you guys, to, like, you know, never be scared of changes. You know, don't, because something is the way it is. You know, it doesn't have to be that way all the time. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, there's always ways to do things better. You know, so yeah. But one of the things when you change things, you know, when you do things differently, you know, don't just say, oh, it doesn't work. You know, give it a chance, give it an opportunity to actually, you know, work. You know, for you to, you know, get used to the change. Yeah, so my garden is looking nicely. You know, there's lots of pots and things hanging around. I got my garden roller, which I need to use up the front, you know, so some pots and things, you know, so that's going to be my next um, project here, just to get things tidy, you know, got the garden looking tidy. Yeah, I got my mint plants here. Well, you know, this was mint from last year. They died down over the winter, just dried them, but now they're just back now. And mint, I try to plant mints in, you know, those trees, you know, because they're quite invasive. Yeah, mints are quite invasive. So, and if you put them out, you know, they'll probably, you know, just spread and, you know, take over a wider area than what you'd like them to be. You know, so it's always good to just plant them out in pots or in trays, so you can have a better control of them. Yeah, a bit stuffy. Yeah, so as you can see, the birds have been enjoying the garden. And here, what I put out here is some onions that were growing. Birds territory. So if you leave them long enough, they're bulbs after all. You know, they will have a, you know, plot something like that, flower or something like that at the top of it. You know, but the green bit as it is now, you know, you can use it in your meats. You can use it as what we call seasoning, you know, marinade for your meats. You know, it's similar to how you'd use like spring onions, and it meant to add a really nice flavour. This is a bad. You can tell they've been enjoying life. They've been really enjoying life. Yeah, yeah. And here I've got my broad beans. You know, they actually really kicked up. You know, it surprised me, because you know, I said they were very leggy when I planted them out, transplanted them, and look at them now. They're doing like really, really well. You know, they got lots of blossoms on them, lots of flowers. You know, the bees love them. You know, I was, you know, watching the bees yesterday, just making trips and trips and trips. And I've also used some of the manure that I've got from the horse manure there, just to give them a little bit of nutrients, my sage now has been like really spreading. I probably would have to prune it soon. And those are the peppers I was telling you. That's one of the pepper plants that I've planted out there. And there's another one there. I planted the sweet ones a bit further away, because what happens, you don't want to really plant your sweet peppers and your hot peppers close by, because of cross pollination. The sweet ones will become hot, so you always want to plant them a little distance apart. Yeah, it might be a bit too close, but we'll see. I don't mind a little hot pepper myself, but a little sweet pepper is also good for salads and marinade for meat. And yeah, so that's it. I've got my hot peppers here, my beans, my garden is looking really beautiful. Yeah, it's looking really nice and green, um, as you can see here, we have some evidence of a barbecue. Yeah, just did a little yesterday. But the garden is really nice and sunny today, so I'll probably have a little barbecue again today. Grow some fish. Maybe I'll grow some fish. And yeah, the flowers are really blossoming and showing me how much they care and how much they love me. Yeah, I like them as well. I love them as well. If you take care of your garden will take care of you. I mean, it's like having a nice garden, keeping your garden beautiful. Yeah, it might be a bit of effort. Um, all in all, it took me probably about a year to get this garden the way it is now. But the thing about it, like when you do your garden properly and you do it the way you like it, um, like so now to maintain it, it probably takes me about an hour, 2 hours. 2 hours is really stretching it. About an hour to cut the grass, to sweep the pots, to do a little weeding. Yeah, so in the beginning it will take you a longer time if you do it properly, but if you once it's done, it's just a bit of maintenance, and you'll get the maintenance done like really quickly, and then it's probably even going to take me less time, like once it's all populated with plants that they actually want. um, yeah, it will take me even less time. I think I need some water in there. What happens, like as the sun is hot now, like the sprinklers were really kicking up. I probably should have had some water in it now, so you could have seen it, but then it just goes on the ground. It goes everywhere. Yeah, so yeah, the birds have been using it just so they have little bird baths and little baths, and they use it for drinking as well. So yeah, in the back, the wildflowers are growing, together with the weeds. But also I found myself like digging out some of the weeds, and that. Then I told myself like, hey, if it's a wild garden and you're meant to be wild, and maybe you should just like leave it, just leave everything in there, and don't try to only have the flowers, but we'll see how it goes. It's actually probably the first time I'm trying to just leave a garden, like have a section dedicated to just being wild. That was green. Hopefully we'll see some flowers. Oh, actually seen some flowers now. um, I don't know if it's a weed. Yeah, it's probably weeds. But I have lost one of my pepper plants here. Well, something cut it. But, it's life. A bit of there's another one not doing so well. This one is looking okay. Yeah, it's life. It's survival of the fittest. So here, as you can see now, my parsley has really, I don't know, that they're about to go to seeds and everything, but they're just really overpowered. So their days are numbered. I'm going to remove them and start making way for new plants, because I mean, even if they go to seeds, then You know, it's just going to be on the lawn. It's going to be everywhere. I mean, it's going to be nice to have lots of parsley around, but um, yeah, it's always good like when you have your garden that you leave a few of your plants to go to seeds, and then you know you have your own seeds that you can use next season. Um, yeah, I know there's lots of hybrid plants around, lots of GMO plants. You know, then you can't really use the seeds. But yeah, I do like the natural ones. You know, but everyone to their own. I do like the natural ones that you can just use. You can collect the seeds and then reuse them. Yeah, because that's just not nature. You know, the whole natural way. Yep, and I think the final thing, you know, is that's my garlic. I use the manure as I was saying, you know, to mold them, you know. So the horse manure, yeah, and they're looking really good. I can see signs that my garlic is gonna be ready soon. So probably the next time I need garden inside, my garlic for the kitchen. I'll come and I'll pull one up to see how we're getting along. And there you go again, some evidence of of a barbecue. There's a bit of tomato from my burger. I think I just chucked it in there. That's when I fell. Yeah, there might be seeds in there. Maybe will grow into tomato plants. You know, maybe the ants will get it. Who knows? You know, it's life. You know, it's like things. Yeah, one of the beauty of having a garden is, you know, it's really nice for your mental health. It's nice to look out and you see things all organized. And you know, when you keep your garden in good order, you know, like a day like today, even though your garden is not perfect, you know, you can come out and you can have a little barbecue. The bees are around, you know, or you know, you don't have to have a barbecue. You could just sit down and relax, you know. Your neighbors might really like it. Your neighbors, you know, it's good for your neighbors as well to look and enjoy your garden, you know. So your garden is not just for you. It's good for your mental health, you know, to have a little peaceful place. You can sit down, have a glass of wine if you're not into that, you know. You can have a cup of tea. Yeah. Um, this is just a manual, some of the horse manual I've got remaining here. I tend to just put them in double bags, you know, to keep them in the car. You know what I mean? I'm saving so much on the manual itself, you know, if I was to use two garbage bags to transport it in my car, so, you know, it doesn't break in my car, and then I have a car that's smell like horse. It smells like horse without the horse sign on it. What's the horse sign? Is it Mustang or you know, one of those fancy cars? Yeah. All right. So I think that's all for today. And well, not all for today because I'm planning to do. I'm gonna do the second video now. I'm just gonna take you guys up to the front. Actually, what's going on in the front garden, you know. So, yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, it is. Um, it is Johanne here. Thank you so much. Another episode of backyard gardening. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my garden. Showing you around as much as I love my garden. You know, so until next time. You know, episode number 4. This is episode number 4. And until next time. You know, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for engaging. And yeah, love you. Peace out. Thank you so much.